What's going down, my paisanos? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Super Mario Galaxy, episode number 3. In this episode, we're finally going to be doing the fountain, and this is actually a really good one. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I mean, it's awesome. This whole amazing game. This is awesome. I love this game. But yes, I also kind of wanted to show you, like, you know, how you just save and go into the game, and how like the rest of like the observatory looks. Of course, we're gonna like light it up as time goes on, but we haven't gotten there yet. But the next dome will light up some more places. Spoiler alert or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be looking like a lot more livelier as time goes on. But with that being said, this is the fountain. It's like a fountainy, watery, very Greek looking kind of foundation. And the first galaxy is going to be Space Junk Galaxy, which probably has one of the best songs and aesthetic and like feeling in the game, because this one has a very spacey look, and I think it's also part of the reasons why I feel like Super Mario Galaxy has that Galaxy's identity is like very much rooted in the space aspect. I know in the last part I said that one of the reasons why I like Super Mario Galaxy 1 more than Mario Galaxy 2 is because it has a more space-like feel. A lot of the galaxies in that game really just look like regular Mario worlds and not so much like space. Also, the soundtrack's a lot more traditional Mario. But this game like was leaning very, very heavily in the space department. So for this one, if you really listen to the music in this one world, you can notice that it really does sound very magical and space-like. Again, like I've been saying this entire Let's Play, like you're in the final frontier, like it's some amazing grand adventure, you're exploring the cosmos. Like, I love that. You know, again, and like I'm very much into like, you know, like space and stuff like that. You know, I guess this is the perfect time to have this conversation. Like, I've always been into space. It's one of my most favorite like science subjects ever. Also, be sure not to grab onto that thing right there. It's one of my most favorite science subjects ever because it's just so grand. Like, think about it. Like, we're on this Earth, but there's like so much other worlds out there, you know, like Kingdom Hearts style, you know, there's all those other worlds out there. I love the aspect that space is super huge and it's so crazy, and like you don't even know, like all the things that happen on this planet are so vast and crazy. But think about what's out there, the unknown. While it might, you know, like maybe instill some like fear into like other people, it honestly does intrigue me about how space is, because it can look so beautiful, but it can also look so scary at the same time. I know like some people get like existential when they think about space and stuff like that, and I used to be existential about that stuff too. You know, of course, I always have been kind of existential when it comes to everything, how I've lived, how it happens to us when we die, and blah 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 blah. Thank God. And I really do mean thank God when I say that all that existentialism completely has left me over time. And with that, it has actually left, all of that has actually left me even in terms of space. While I used to love space, and oh, it's Captain Toad. I've always loved space. I will say that there were times when I would dive deep enough into thinking about it to where I would get very like existential and crazy. And I would feel kind of depressed and sad in it, because it was actually a little scary, because when you really think about it, we don't know what's out there. We don't know what's going to happen at the end of the universe and time and all that stuff. And it can be very existential sometimes. Hopefully I don't make you guys feel too existential or bad by saying all this stuff, because if someone said this to me a couple of years ago, then I definitely would feel the same. But let me just say this. There's such an amazing world out there. There's so many possibilities, and we're a part of it. It's amazing, right? Like, the fact that we exist is such an amazing anomaly that is absolutely amazing. Like, you know, thank God for us being here, and to be able to experience this amazing place that we call our universe. So yeah, pizza. Every time I look at those things, they look like pizza for some reason to me. And yes, I am trying to change the subject after that crazy existential bit. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, also, yeah, these are like the stars where you have to get like 5 stars individually to make one big regular golden star. Yeah. But, you know, I know, like, some people might be sensitive to that stuff, and I want to be on the lookout for those people. But, like, this is a Super Mario Galaxy. Like, this is, like, what I'm interested in. And it's one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite Mario games of all time. You know, now I think about it, I'm actually kind of surprised that Sonic hasn't went into space. And I'm not talking about, like, because he goes into space in about, like, every game, right? He just went to space in Sonic Frontiers. But, no, my thing is Sonic has never had like a real true space adventure. No, I'm not talking about Sonic X, and no, I'm not talking about Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood. Not because I hate Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, I actually think it's an underrated Sonic game. And I'm not talking about Sonic X because, well, you know, I just don't feel like it. No, I'm not referring to that. I'm talking about a fully space Mario game. I know, like, some people compare Sonic Lost World to Super Mario Galaxy, or even Sonic Colors, or just a lot of other things. But I think Sonic, I don't think Sonic has had a real true space adventure. No, I don't think that's the case. I mean, sure, Sonic Lost World had those tube-like planets or whatever that you could run around on like it was in Super Mario Galaxy. But, you know, it's not the same thing as in just being in space and stuff like that. The final frontier and all that stuff. So yeah. My brigade has boarded the fleet but none has returned. I could go save them myself, but I'm too busy at the moment, being scared. These missions, there's a little bit more of these kinds of stars in the game, where basically you're going to go save some people that have not returned to like their post. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like another Toad mission where the other Toads went on ahead, but they have not returned. I don't know what it is about that, but as stuff like that has always like creeped me out. Cause like, I mean, you don't know what the hell happened. You don't know what's going on. Man, those flags are blowing realistically as hell. In space, that's kind of weird, but so this is kind of when they show you like that you can like do the you can do a fucking spin jump, but you can do a triple jump there, and you can also get that one up just fine, or just across that little gap that they were trying to show you were, or just do what I do. I don't know, it's just not even that hard. Also, I should explain, there is a homing attack in this game. As you just saw there, I just did a spin and a ground pound at the same time. If you do a spin in the air and then immediately press the Z button, you can do a ground pound. You can do a homing ground pound. If you're near enough to an enemy, you can do that. It's an awesome move, and I actually kind of use it a lot, probably in this playthrough. So I would use that. Some people don't know about these things. You gotta tell them. Sometimes you never know, because like some things you might say like, oh well, everyone knows about that, but you never know. It's like as the man Stanley has kind of sometimes said, everybody's comic is their first comic. So who knows? This could be your first very time seeing Super Mario Galaxy or anything like that. I don't know. You gotta be considerate of these people. You know, you gotta be considerate. But yeah, I like this game a lot. You know, how many times am I gonna say that? These are probably those Toads that were, yeah, these are probably those Toads that were like that didn't come back to, you know, Captain Toad. But with this part, you know, we're just gonna go on ahead and just throw these Koopa shells at those guys because they're in the freaking way and they need to move out the goddamn way. Because they ain't got no goddamn business being here. I'm not sure if that shell went through the fireball, and if it went right through it. I'm really not sure. But also we have a boss fight coming up. This is like a homing shell, by the way. You want to get this. Also, yeah, this is what I was talking about in the last part. This is the 6th life mushroom. I don't know why I said it like that. That is the extra life mushroom, or not the extra life mushroom. You know what I mean? It's the mushroom that extends your health to 6. Also, I love this boss. I think it's cool. I think it's a female Kamek. And I'm only saying it's female because, you know, she has a lipstick. I don't know. It's a weird world that we live in now, so I'm not sure if she is, and I'm not sure if she's not, but I'm gonna assume that she's female, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyway, so with that being said, this boss fight, all you gotta do is just wait for the Koopa Kamek boss, which is huge now I'm thinking that. You have to wait until she, you know, launches some Koopa shells at her. At you. And then you just, you know, just throw it at them. It's really not that hard at all. A lot of the boss fights, see, the thing about Super Mario Galaxy in general is that it's not really too much of a hard game. There are times where things do get amped up. And there's only like maybe like 2 instances in the game where I can say that something legit gets like cheap. Actually, I can only think of 1 instance, and I think a lot of you guys, if you've played this before, you guys might know what I'm talking about. It has to do with a little bit of a little cleanup for anybody who wants to know beforehand. And I fucking hate that mission. It's stupid. But yeah, you know, this game is not really that hard in general. I mean, it took me a year to beat this game. But I mean, again, it wasn't that bad. And in fact, I was 8 at the time when I beat this. Well, I was probably 9 when I probably beat it at that time, since it took me like a year. But it wasn't hard, you know. It wasn't like I was able to beat it when I was younger. I didn't beat a lot of games when I was younger, and that's just saying something. I mean, this is you're talking to the same guy who couldn't beat Super Mario Brothers or Sonic or a lot of Sonic games back in the day. I mean, you know, it took me also a year to beat Sonic Unleashed. Actually, that might have took like, nah, it took me like a year. I remember that was like, they got that game in like 2008, and then 2009 I was on a football team, and I remember me specifically being in Eggman Land when I had to go to like a football practice. And again, I was 9, so at the most it took me about a year and a half. At the most, it could have been like early 2010. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So, you know, it's not really that hard of a game. And you know, so I will have to admit here, I still have not beaten the original Super Mario Brothers. I want to do it, actually, whenever I can. At this point in time. Oh yeah, this is another Toad mission. This one's kind of ominous as well. A brave brigade toad went to search for a power star. He went off to that planet and hasn't been seen since. You think he's okay? Nah, he's probably being munched on. Okay, not really, but still. Yeah, this is another ominous one because, again, another Toad Brigade member just went off and, you know, didn't have anyone with him, I guess. Actually, there is going to be, I think there is someone that tried to come with him, but I think we're going to see them later. I'm not sure. I forgot. I think we do. I like this part where you go inside like the planet via like the glass opening, and the way that you launch from this planet is really cool too. Don't you guys just like hear that soundtrack, man? It's beautiful. Look at this. Smash through the ice, go through the stars, collect some star bits. It's so amazing. But now let's get serious. I don't know why this music always intimidated me whenever I heard it in the game. You hear it like a couple of times when you get to like near like a boss and stuff. Oh yeah. So this guy probably wanted you to help him. No, well, of course he wants you to help him, but like he probably went to go search for the toad that went off. And he got stuck like a dunce. And unfortunately, he doesn't have a Wii pointer. But now that we do, we can actually free this guy from the clutches of Well, whatever. By the way, for this part right here, if you do actually like try to fling Toad off into deep space, he will not go into deep space, unfortunately. But no, that's just actually does sound kind of mean. He does not go into like space. He doesn't get like flung into like the black hole or anything. He just kind of like flips back to like the nearest like planetoid or whatever. It's weird. Anyway, so this right here is kind of weird. It's a big giant spider thing. And now we have the boss, which looks really goofy. The main point of this boss is to, you know, you're basically just gonna like fling yourself at the little green things. I don't think the sides of the thing actually really do anything. I think it stuns them or something like that. But then after that, what you really need to do is get on these things. And of course, you can use the toads. There's only like, I think, 1 or 2 toads that are around here that you can free. But basically, all you do is just fling yourself out those at the big giant little circle bulging thing. And then after that, you just fling through those 3 other green things. I remember that just doing this stuns them, so I don't know why I did that. It's not a hard boss at all. Again, I just said that all the bosses in this game are not that challenging, and that's what makes it amazing. Also, of course, this should go without saying, but if you take too long with having to, you know, fling yourself at the thing, the thing will actually recover and flip back onto its side. And now we got the star, which went a really long way. Did you guys see like that crazy distance that it just long jumped itself or something? I don't know. I think you can actually just jump into that star. This is a really cool scenery. I wouldn't be surprised if that's thumbnail. Yeah. You guys don't know like how satisfying that is. Like every time Mario gets a star, you know, it's like in every other Mario game where once Mario gets a star, he like goes back or whatever, like to the main world or whatever. At least to the ones with the hub world. But in this game, it's like really satisfying because like the game gets all quiet and it's just very relaxing. It's the way that Mario says, yeah. You know, it sounds like a really well-deserved exasperation. Like exasperation. I don't know if I said that right. But it sounds like he just sighed very, very satisfactory. Like, I don't know. It's just satisfying, okay? So, yeah. Also in this game, there's these things called comets. Comets are a weird thing in this game where basically they are cosmic anomalies, just like in real life, where basically they go to certain galaxies and give you different stars for different challenges and stuff like that. Also, there is a male toad in this game where he will usually give you letters from like different people in this game. Most of them are going to be Princess Peach, and usually all the time she'll give you 5 1-up mushrooms, which is really cool, and it happens on every time you boot up the game. It does like happen. Like she'll give you 5 1-up mushrooms for every time you boot up the game, which I want to talk about in a second. But this is our first comet. This is our first like custom, like new type star. So of course, like I said before, even though there are 3 main stars for the galaxies usually, there are other stars that you can get, which are hidden stars or either comets. Comets are completely random, but the purple Luma that I was talking to earlier can actually move comets, you know, towards like different like places. It's kind of random, but like the thing can kind of like call comets, I guess, to you or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Just be on the lookout for comets after every single, well, not every single, but like be on the lookout for comments whenever they are, because for some reason, I'm saying that right now because when I first played this game, I completely ignored comments. And then I regretted that because I thought they were too hard, especially, well, not this one. This one was kind of easy, because this one, all you're doing is just trying to go as fast as you can to get to the star, because if you don't get the star in time, you will actually die if you don't actually get to the star in time. I don't understand how that makes sense, but you know, whatever. It's a Mario game. You will die, and you will lose a life. You can try again though if you actually do fail this. But the thing about the comments, the thing about dying in this game is that, yeah, it works like just like every other Mario game, like that. But the thing about it is that, and of course, like again, now we can just like try again. It's really simple. But the thing about dying, like the thing about the life system in this game, is that it does work like every other Mario game. However, when you die, you don't actually, and I think I can finally do this freaking little trick I wanted to show you guys in part 1. There we go. Well, part 2, I mean. But, you know, the live systems, you know how like when you get lives in this, you know, in normal games and you save the game, the lives will like be saved. Well, that's not the case for this game. If you ended off one day playing this game with 10 lives or something like that, and you come back later thinking that you're gonna still have those 10 lives, then you, sir, are a dunderhead, because no, you do not keep your lives when you save and boot up the game again. The lives are only good for that one single playthrough session. So you have to get those lives back, which is the reason primarily why probably Peach gives you 10 lives, or not 10 lives, but 5 lives each time you boot up the game. So each playthrough I should probably just have 5 lives just straight off the bat. If I don't, then Peach is probably mad at me for whatever fucking reason. Probably because I didn't please her or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's the main gist of things. There's actually a really like good skip that you can do. If you're good enough to actually like skip a large section of this. Damn! God damn, did you guys see that? Fucking knocked the shell out that blue thing. But yeah, you can skip a large part of that one planetoid that we were just on if you're good enough. The comments themselves are not that hard. I think the hardest, because like there's different types of comments. There's speedy comments, there's cosmic comments, there's daredevil comments. There's a lot of comments in this game. I think there's only like 4 or 5 of them. The hardest comment is probably the daredevil comment, which usually consists of you doing a mission just with 1 life. You can only get hit. You can't get hit at all, or you will die. Is what that is. It's the hardest one because, I mean, come on, you can only get hit once. So, you know, that puts you at a disadvantage. I mean, but it's not that hard because what usually the daredevil comments are usually just you doing a boss or something like that. How the hell did I die? But yeah, the daredevil comments themselves are usually just, you know, you're usually just doing the boss. You're not really going through the entire galaxy and then going to the actual boss itself. No, you're just going to the boss usually, and it's really easy. I mean, there's this one like top boss, like a spinning top boss in this game that's really fucking easy, and it's one of the most easiest things I've ever seen in this game. It's like, I don't know what was going on at the time, but there was a lot of easy Mario games. Well, kind of. I mean, New Super Mario Bros. DS was an easy game, looking back, in retrospect. And this game is too. But that doesn't detract from like the enjoyability of this game. I am kind of excited to see someday, whenever I will play Super Mario Galaxy 2 anyway, how that game holds up in terms of like how challenging it is. I really want to know like how like challenging that game is after looking back at it. That's gonna be very interesting. But that's neither here nor there right now. Right now, we're still going through the fountain. We just had to make a little comet detour, if you will. And oh, look at that. There's another speedy comet. And this one is for the pole star one, actually, which makes it a little bit more cautious. Not cautious, but it makes it a little bit more damning this time. And I'm saying that because, you know, we have to deal with the pole stars. The pole stars are, you know, you got to do with like the Wii remote and stuff like that. So it's not the most easiest thing, but I mean, it's still okay. But I just can't, like, I gotta say, guys, I can't wait until we get into like the later stuff in this Let's Play. Like, I'm really actually excited to do this Let's Play, like, in general, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to really go over. But man, you know, I really gotta say, like, I do a lot. I don't do a lot, but like, I have covered a ton of Mario stuff on this channel so far. Like, damn, you would think I'm a bigger Mario fan than I am a Sonic fan. But shit, I think Sonic and Mario are probably on the equal level. I mean, do you guys know how freaking excited I am for Super Mario Wonder? I'm like, that game, I'm actually going to be doing a Let's Play of when that comes out. Like, I'm not, like, no bullshit. I'm actually going to be doing a Let's Play of that when it comes out. I'm not sure of maybe the day it comes out, but probably as close as I can. You know, because I think that would be a cool game to play for the channel, and hopefully for exposure and stuff like that. I would love more people to be a part of the Cam fam. Just saying. Be careful here, by the way. This is you got to be very good with this stuff. Like, and just like how I said, like, I was gonna play Sonic Superstars as well. That'll probably be my first Sonic game I'll play on this channel. If some of you guys might have been around this channel for a little while, but I actually originally did have a Sonic Let's Play on here, which was a Let's Play of Sonic 1. I decided to take it down because it originally was supposed to be like a commemoration for Sonic's 30th anniversary of me like playing a lot of like Sonic games. But I just did not do it anymore. I'm very weird when it comes to that stuff. And I just dropped off of it. I still don't know if I want to do like a complete playthrough of all of the Sonic games. Because, I mean, I could just pull a Clement and just do every single Sonic game ever. And I skip. Probably if I was confident enough, I could just skip another one. But I'm not sure if I want to. There are definitely like Sonic games I want to do like right now. Like Sonic Chronicles, The Dark Brotherhood, which I probably will end up doing a Let's Play of. I think I announced that in one of my other Let's Plays, but I didn't do it because... well, I think I might have either announced that in my community tab or on my in one of my Let's Plays, but I just didn't do that yet because I was having some problems with the emulator I was using, because I don't have a capture card. I use an emulator for that. Of course, not with this though. I use my special Wii and my special DS, but yeah, was it Sonic Chronicles? I wanted to do another Let's Play of maybe like Sonic Riders, but I actually probably won't do that for a while. There's a lot of Sonic games I kind of want to play. Enemy-based spot. We're taking massive energy spikes. What are they doing there? So yeah, if we wanted to, we could go defeat Bowser from this, you know, one right now. But we're not going to do that for a little bit because there's other things to do. Well, let's have a little fun here in Rolling Green Galaxy. This is one of my... Can I say this is one of my favorites? It's definitely a galaxy. Okay, I'm not going to throw shade like that. I actually like this galaxy a lot. Because Rolling Green Galaxy is basically just, it's another gimmick level. It's another like just random fun level where you gotta balance Mario on this star ball, I guess, and you have to like guide it. And it's really cool because as you move, the music in the level is dynamic, so it moves with the ball. So depending on how fast you move, it depends on it shows you, no, depending on how fast you move is how fast the music goes. And I love that. It's great. I love the music. And also I think it's just a little bit of a good challenge. I don't know why people thought that you would have to put your freaking Wii remote and nunchuck like in your hand. Like basically, I've seen like some people do like is get their nunchuck. They put the bottom, no, they get the Wii remote and the nunchuck with the nunchuck still plugged in. They put their hand flat in front of them, right? They hold it out flat in front of them. They get their Wii remote and they move their Wii remote like a joystick, right? Like a nice, like a little Atari joystick or whatever. And they'll move it around. And then they'll fucking control it like that. And it's like, no. And then that's how like people get like broken Wii remote nunchucks. And it's like, guys, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Like, you're just supposed to, you know, just hold your Wii remote up and just kind of, I don't know. I just don't know why people had that idea to do that. I think it's kind of stupid, in my honest opinion, for like people to do that. But anyway, with that being said, this Rolling Green Galaxy, I love this galaxy. It's really fun. It's not the last time that you'll see this, and actually it is a little bit of a shame that it only, like, for right now, this is the only time that we do this. But in all honesty, it still is an amazing galaxy in and of itself. And of course, we'll see this later. I just love that freaking music though. And of course, the star goes to the top of the flagpole. I'm pretty sure this is from Super Mario World. This one song is from Super Mario World, I think. God, I need me a toaster strudel. I just had like 6 toaster strudels, which oddly fill me up. I don't know why toaster strudels fill me up, but they do fill me up a lot. And I'm just thinking about having some. Probably gonna have some after this. Not gonna lie, I don't know. I've been addicted to toaster strudels for some reason. It's like I like dessert, and I get addicted to it. And you know, of course, it's like 11 in the morning. But like, you know, I still like it. I still like it. Well, you know what I really need is like a real gaming PC. I can't wait until like I can someday just say, let me just get a desktop, like a desktop PC, and just finally get it, because I've been using a laptop as my main gaming computer for a long time, and now that I'm more into PC gaming now than ever, I really kind of want to get something like that. But maybe when I'm a little bit more, because I've always wanted to like justify my purchase because of YouTube. Because of course, if I were to get a gaming laptop or a gaming desktop, it would have to be not top of the line, but I know that gaming PCs are usually expensive, about like $1,000 and some other change and stuff like that. And I don't have the most money. I do always have money in my pocket nowadays. It wasn't like maybe like a little while ago where I don't have any money, because like my money troubles and stuff like that. But I do have money in my pocket nowadays. But I don't like to lose that money. So I really just want to be, you know, just smart about my investments, and I don't want to just cheap out. Besides, I'm actually trying to get like a new car at this point in time. Hopefully I can get like an old Honda Civic. And you know what? Because we're in Battle Rock Galaxy, and I'm just gonna say this is one of the best galaxies too. I love this galaxy. It's a very heroic, triumphant sounding soundtrack. I love it a lot. This is an amazing galaxy. I love it. It's such an amazing skeptical, and the orchestra itself does really show off the amazingness of the music potential in this game. So much that it even slows down. But this is only on the special Wii. It doesn't actually happen on an actual real. Well, this is a real Wii, but like, the special Wii slows down a little bit. I don't know why. Some weird graphics in this game. But since we're talking about money, I think I wanted to mention that, like, I forgot what I wanted to mention. I think it was oh yeah, cars. No, I was gonna talk about cars. Yeah, cars themselves, like, they're really, like, I don't understand, like, people wanting to get, like, newer cars, because most of the time, and this is probably like 80% of people nowadays, 80% of people probably finance cars. My cousin actually literally just got himself a Hyundai Sonata, I think, and he had to finance it because, I mean, how is he gonna pay for that much money? I won't say how much, but like, how is he gonna pay for that much money for a car just full out? And I just have to say, like, I just have to ask the question, why don't people just get cars that they can afford? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get yourself like a nice, like, cheap used car from like yesteryear, and or maybe something, just something like that, and like just get something like that. And like, I think it would be better for a lot of people to get something older but cheaper instead of something that's newer, and you gotta finance it. I mean, okay, I guess this kind of will be me talking about like credit cards a little bit. I don't know why I'm talking about this in a Mario Let's Play, but I just feel like talking because it's my video. So if you don't like it, I don't give a freak. But in my honest opinion, like, I just don't see the point in like financing stuff for that stuff that you just can't afford. Like, yeah, it's good for your credit and stuff like that, but like, I just don't understand, like, yeah, sure, you can like maybe like finance things more, but unless like you're buying like a house, because I honestly think that's the only thing that you could justify financing in terms of like rent or something. I don't really see the need for like to finance anything besides that. Build good credit over time, I guess, and then buy what you want full price. If you can't afford it, then you can't afford it, but there are alternatives always. Buy yourself something cheaper, buy yourself something older, or just wait until you save up and you can just afford it yourself, but don't let yourself go broke. And like, some people might be saying like, oh well, but you can't, like, but why? Because like, you gotta be responsible, okay? If you make your payments on time, then everything's good. No one, and I'm telling you right now, people do not make their payments on time. I can tell you that from personal experience a little bit, just a little bit, because I'm only 22, about to be 23. I don't have that much experience with that stuff, but I know a lot of people are not able to like pay their stuff off in time because they accumulate so much of that, and they accumulate so much debt and all that stuff because they can't pay their stuff on time. There's like lots of reasons why you don't want to like just finance things to people, because like there could be so many different like reasons why you can't pay. Like, what if you were sick and you couldn't work a month? What if you couldn't do something? What if something just straight up happened, right? And you just what if something just happened? Like, you can't pay your stuff on time. You don't have the time, the responsibility. It's like, oh well, that's the reason why you shouldn't have actually bought it. Well, then what's the freaking reason of like freaking of financing at all then? Like, if I can't afford it and I should have not done that, if I'm going to be in debt, then I don't know what to freaking tell you. What's the point of financing, huh? I don't know. Personally, And I'm just gonna be real here. I just think credit cards and financing stuff is a scam. If you can't afford something, you can't afford it. I think it's just a way for people to, you know, make believe that they can afford something when they really can't. That's just my opinion. This is probably the only. Is this political? Is this? I hope this isn't political. I hope this is just like community or humanity based. I don't know, because I don't get political. I mean, I'm not even a political person like at all. So like, I hope that this doesn't like make anyone like Jimmy's ruffled or something like that. But oh my god. Well, at least I landed fine. I didn't go into those rocks. But hopefully this doesn't ruffle anyone's Jimmy's, because, you know, I'm just expressing my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, I just, you know, that's fine. We could agree to disagree. This is just my thing. I think it's a scam personally that people are now just completely fine with doing and think it's justified with you getting rewards and stuff like that. That's how people do though. Like you know, you give them rewards and all that stuff, and you make it seem like it's better than what it actually is, and it's like, oh yeah. Like, I mean, say like someone, I don't know, I don't have a good analogy or an example here. I just don't think it's good. I'm not saying like you shouldn't make your payments or anything like that, but just be careful if you do finance, like whatever, like do what you want to do what you have to do. There's lots of different factors in life for people, but like be careful and don't try to put yourself into a bind. Like, don't think to yourself, I'll buy this thing and there's going to be a huge risk with that. I'm a risk-taking person, don't get me wrong, but there are some times where you just gotta be a little smart. I'm gonna spin really, really fast. Go spin. There we go. Yeah! Super Mario Galaxy! And talking about credit cards. And financing shit. Should probably be the title of this episode. Super Mario Galaxy. But we talk about taxes. I feel so weird as a person though, because like I might be like 22 now, but like I'm not a person like all of my friends and all that stuff. They always do like adult things. They always talk about adult things and do all this stuff. And I know people have their moments, but like it's so weird because like nowadays I'm still like me from like years ago. Like I'm still like me. Like, I can play with action figures, I can watch cartoons, I can go to, like, water parks, I can do, like, whatever. And maybe it's probably not that bad because, for one, I'm young, and and also because I have, a kind of, like, a young face, but, like, the thing is, like, I don't see why people say, like, adults are just boring, okay? I'm just gonna be honest, guys, like, adults are, like, truly some boring-ass creatures, man. Like, my god. Like, oh yeah, and this is kind of like the boss I was kind of talking about. We're gonna like go to here with the topsy-turvy boss or whatever. Top Maniac and the Top Man Tribe. But yeah, I just don't know, like adults are just so boring. I've always thought that adults were boring. Back when I was even younger. Like, when I was really young, I was like, man, adults just don't do nothing. Like, I'm thinking, like, about all the things, like, adults do. You know what I'm saying? They drink, they smoke, they talk. Well, not all of them do this stuff. I'm not saying, like, everybody does these things. I'm kind of, like, generalizing here. But, like, a lot of them drink. I don't like drinking. A lot of them might smoke. I don't smoke. A lot of them like to talk about politics. I don't like talking about politics. I am a religious guy. Don't get me wrong. I believe in God. I am a Christian. But I also don't really like talking too much about other religions. Well, a lot of not religious, but I don't really talk about a lot of religious stuff. You know, I keep it simple. with all of my religious things. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but I'm a simple dude, you know? You know what I like to do? You know what I like to do? I like to work out. I like to play video games. I like to go to I like to go shopping every now and then to like the mall. I just like to fucking eat. I like to sleep. I would probably like to play with action figures. I've actually kind of been thinking about getting back into that if I could actually get the ones that I actually want now. I like to make videos. I like to do stuff. I like to legit sometimes make mayhem. Like there will be times in my day where I will just say, let me just go out and just do dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when I cause mayhem, I don't like to affect many people in like a negative way. So if I cause mayhem, it's not going to be like anything that's going to be like super bad. But like, I don't know. I feel like such a kid in an adult's world. I know some of you people might sympathize with me empathize with me on this because, you know, I'm a mature guy. I think maturity just comes with intelligence. I'm gonna have to like tell myself here, I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. And I will say, I feel like I do know the value of a lot of things. But, you know, I still act. I don't really act like the typical adult. I know I'm young still, but like, I don't really see myself changing. Like, look at me. I don't know. I'm just saying all that stuff because I just personally feel like adults are boring, and it's hard to make friends when everybody is fucking boring. Anyway, I'm just saying all that because I like tacos. I don't know. I don't know. It's just hard being different, I guess. If anyone can actually like, you know, just empathize with me, I would really appreciate that, you know, because it really is just hard, just not really knowing a lot of people who are like you, like fundamentally speaking. Because like a lot of people would say that they're different, but do you know, like some people don't really know like what that really means, like to really be different. When you're different, a lot of people just don't like you. People don't really get you. People kind of like stay away from you because you're not familiar. People are more attracted, I've learned, to familiarity. If you're more familiar, then you'll be more attractive. You know what I'm saying? Not with just looks, but just how you are, the way that you feel, the things that you act and think like. Why do you think Twitter is so popular? Like, why do you think Twitter is so geared towards, you know, like attracting people to like a particular medium or something like that? A lot of social media is like that, you know. You get you're in your a Twitter circle, right? So if you like Sonic the Hedgehog, a lot of what you will see on social media is Sonic the Hedgehog and other people that like Sonic the Hedgehog. But if you don't like something like Metal Gear Solid, you're not gonna see a lot of Metal Gear Solid. And that is what it is. Like, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. And yes, that boss was freaking completely, absolutely, stupidly easy. But, yeah, you know, that's just how it works. So if you experience that, like some people can say like they're weird, but they can actually find other weird people with them. Then, because that's usually what happens. Like when people say like they're weird, like they're like, oh, but I found, like, they can say like they have like 2 or 3 friends like that they can actually like count on, or even more than that. That's usually how it works. I'm not saying like I don't have friends. I do have friends. I have a couple of friends. Most of them were online though. Thank God in a way that I was able to find my friends. Speaking to all of you who was watching this, I don't know if any of my friends will watch my videos, but at the present moment in real life, I only have like one friend, and that's my cousin. Shout outs to Jalen. Sometimes you just have to cut your friends off. I think I've mentioned this in another Let's Play, but I had to cut off a lot of my friends because a lot of them weren't really friends to me. It is the way it is, I guess, sometimes. So yeah, this is the typical KamPlays commentary. This is a very VijaKam commentary right here, you know. I just talk about whatever the freak I feel like talking about. Doesn't even have to pertain to the game. I think that's kind of boring when a commentary does it. Like, all he's talking about is the freaking game? Come on, man. There's other topics that you can talk about. Home slice, bro slice? Come on, man. Like, for instance, I need me some fried chicken. Uh-oh. I need me some fried chicken thighs. Uh-oh. And I'm gonna need me a side of fries. Uh-oh. This ain't about me or about you. This is how I need me some fried chicken food. That's a song that I'm working on. No bullshit. I need me some fried chicken food. Uh-oh. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. It's supposed to be like, uh-oh. I need me some fried chicken. And you know what? If you're freaking saying like that racist shit, right? If you're saying racist shit like only black people like fried chicken, like, I will implore you, sir, if you don't like fried chicken, that's something's wrong with you, okay? First off, I know plenty of black people who don't actually even like chicken in of itself. And personally, for me, I'm more of a beef dude, all right, physically, and I do like beef. Like, I like hamburger, I like steak. Those are my favorite foods, right? So, with that being said, if you don't like fried chicken, though, that's something wrong with you. I will embrace the stereotype on the fact that it's actually a little stupid. Anyway, I would never say, like, just don't listen to the stereotypes. But there is like a psychological phenomenon, though, I think, that can be stated, that a stereotype can be applied to someone unconsciously. Like, oh, they might have heard about the stereotype and now they're unconsciously aware of it. Like, they actually do the stereotype. I think there is something to be said there. Holy shit. How the fuck did I survive that? And nope. But yeah. Yeah, we're talking about a lot. I keep forgetting that this is just a Mario Let's Play, okay? This is a Mario Let's Play, guys. If you want to see more of this stuff, then you guys should probably check out my streams. I should probably be streaming today, actually. August 19th, 2023. Anyway. So, back to the game. We haven't talked about this in a while. But, now we're in Sweet, Sweet Galaxy. Like I said in the last part, we had to get 400 star bits in order to get to this little special tiny world, and all it is basically like a giant platform challenge of me doing crazy shit like that. What the freak? That almost freaking killed me. This takes me back to the times of Flash games. I swear a Flash game would use this music. This is Super Mario World music, right? And oh hey, we're going back. Yeah, of course, Captain Toad. But that should honestly be it for all of the other missions that we have right now. Also, usually when you come back to the main area like this part right here, Rosalina or someone else like usually says something to you or like a new update on it. But usually that only happens whenever you go to like the Hungry Lumas and you come back from the galaxies. Nothing really happens. You just spawn here for some weird reason. I don't know why I can't just go spawn back near the terrace. That doesn't. You know what's weird? I think I used to call the terrace something different. But yeah, there is a blue comet. Oh yes, that's it. The comets, yes. Remember to be on the lookout for those. You know, and I need to take my vitamin pills. Yes, I do take vitamins because vitamins are good for you, and sometimes I might, yeah. But you know what? You know what I hate about vitamins? I hate them so much because you gotta swallow them. But like, I have a multivitamin and it's huge. You know, I should probably stop talking like this. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Sorry, but I have like one of those like some of those like really big vitamins. They're like huge, but they have a whole lot of vitamins in. Like they have all the essential vitamins that I guess you need. But the thing about it is that the vitamin pills are huge. Although it might be possible like dump it into like a cup of like something, and then like just do it. Anyway, this is the Cosmic Mario Race. This is basically a race through, the Beehive Galaxy. Was it Honeybee Galaxy? Anyway, this basically like is like a doppelganger thing where you're basically going up against your doppelganger of Mario, and it's really easy. This first one, I mean, he does actually get challenging later on. He's actually beaten me on a couple of occasions, but he's really easy on this first attempt. It's really easy though. I don't really worry too much about him. What I was trying to do when we started the race was like there's a special little speed boost that you can do to actually, you can actually get like a really good speed boost if you like hold Z and you press A right when the thing says go or 1 or something like that. It's kind of weird though, so I mean it's whatever. But now with that all of the way, what? with that out of the way, we can now finally go get the last thing. But yeah, I just read this up. Just look this up. At the start of a race, if the player holds up, then when the Z when the timer reaches 2 and then hits A just as the race starts, Mario gets a start dash, shown by a yellow color appearing on Mario, shrinking gradually as the mark at the end of this effect. This is similar to the Rocky Star from the Mario Kart games. So yeah, that's that. Oh, also we do have a Daredevil comment, which is a perfect time to actually show that off. But yeah, it's really easy though. Like at the end of the day, it's really easy to do that little trick I just told you guys about, but I don't know. I've never been too clear on that. I can do a head start at the start of every single Sonic Rush Adventure level, but for some reason this has been hard for me. And you know what? This is the Daredevil run, by the way. And you know why I said this is kind of like easy? Because we're doing the topsy-turvy thing again, and we're already here. And again, I didn't get hit once in my last attempt. So this is honestly nothing. I do like that music though. Little weird hip hop thing. It would be harder if these little magical friend buddies, these little magical topsy-turvy buddies, magical friend buddies. I don't know why I'm calling them that, but like it would be harder if like they like smacked into you, and they had like spikes on them. But look at that! Like what? Come on, that wasn't even a challenge. But whatever, more stars for me. Mario. Mario is one of the most wholesome characters to voice. Although, is Charles Martinet gonna be in Mario Wonder? I think he's gonna be in Mario Wonder. I think he is. I think there has been like some people saying that like Charles Martinet is not coming back from Mario Wonder for some reason. But I think he is. If he's not, I'm going to be very surprised. But now we have Bowser Jr.'s. Bowser Jr. We're actually going to fight the dad, Bowser's Star Reactor. Yeah, this is definitely not the one I was thinking of. My dad actually got really far in this game. He really did get far, huh? Because he got to the bedroom, and that was the 4th dome, and that one actually has a mission called Bowser Jr.'s. Yeah, that was Bowser's Star Reactor. No, that was Bowser's Dark Matter something. I don't know. We'll get to that later. We're how far away from that. What's really, really cool looking back at it after playing Super Mario 64 is that The actual like music for this is Cooper Road. It's a remix of Cooper Road, but it's like a spacey kind of like a more menacing version of it. In all honesty, this is actually probably this is probably my favorite rendition of Cooper Road. I really like this one. I'm thinking about it now. Ooh, that was close. Jesus. I love taking risks like this though. So I haven't even got hit once. Oh, god damn! And I was doing so good too, and just had to mess up at the last second. But we're gonna spawn right here anyway. I just love just doing this. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is what you call a cam moment, okay? This is when I fuck up in a weird way in the game. Feels like it can only be done by me. Which is actually interesting. I actually had a conversation with a friend one time, who actually, when I said to him, I was just like, yeah, I have a lot of cam moments. They were like, well, you know, the cam moments aren't just designated to you. And I'm just like, bro, it's a joke. Second of all, what? Everybody was just, like, I swear, some people are just like haters. Of course, I don't really talk to that person anymore, but some people are really just like haters, man. I don't understand some people. Like, some people will really just hate you for anything. Just in time for me to stomp you into space, bitch. But now it's time for Bowser. First official Bowser fight too in this game, and this one's really cool. Like, I gotta say, this is probably some of the best Bowser fights. I think it's way better than the Bowser fights in Super Mario 64. I think it's better than a lot of other Bowser fights because it's the orchestra, the music, the everything that's happening. It's very kinetic. I love it. Oh, I love these fights. I feel like I'm really going up against the king of the Koopas in this game. Bowser's also kind of huge in this game. Like, I don't know, like usually he's usually always like a big giant, but like in this game he's kind of like he's bigger than normal to me. Then again, Bowser has this weird thing where he can like change his size. Even in like Mario and Luigi Bowser's side story, you know, they had him like go inside of Bowser and they made him bigger. You know, this is kind of starting to sound a little bit weird. I was unfortunate. I had my mind in the gutter that entire time, and I was trying to avoid it as much as possible. Where the heck is going on? Where the heck is going on? Well, like I was trying to avoid that, and oh, you know what Mario? You know what game I should do? Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. It's a Mario game and a Sonic game too. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not. What? How? Foolish Mario. My plan's too far along now. You really think you can stop me? You know what's cool? It was really cool. Like, Bowser is, like, when he does that spin, it looks like he has, like, the dark particles around him and stuff. But it looks like, as if, it looks like, kind of like the same spin that Mario has, but it looks like a dark version of it. You know, I've always liked that. But yes, we got another Grand Star. That makes, technically 3, yeah. Because the first official Galaxy had one. This one, we got one last episode of Terrace. Now we already got this one. Things are looking up. I still can't believe I'm 100%ing this game. and by the way, guys, I'm still recording this game at the time of this recording. I mean, I haven't recorded in a while, but like, you know, still the Let's Play is still going on. You know, this is the reason why I don't 100% a lot of games, especially games like this, like Mario, where there's like a lot of stuff going on. And Jesus Christ, there's a lot of galaxies in the kitchen. Powers will return to the back of the observatory, but I still don't think we have the star power to fly through the observatory through the universe. The villain who kidnapped your special one took her far from here. Once her star power is restored, the observatory will be able to go there. Then you can reunite with your special one. But that won't be for a little while. That being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this episode in particular. I really thank you guys for watching this episode. Next time we'll be going to the kitchen. Things are like starting to look up a lot in this place, so that's amazing. But with that being said, guys, thank y'all for watching. If you guys like this video, like this video. And if you guys like you saw you want to see more, why not subscribe to the channel? All my social media links will also be in the link description down below. But with that being said, guys, thank y'all for watching. Have a good night or day when you're watching this. And as always, hasta.